guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do like a blending 101 type like how to using the Anastasia Catwalk palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and please subscribe to my channel. Also follow my Instagram at @theelizabeth, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do for eyeshadow blending, you're going to need a eyeshadow primer, and if you do not have a primer, use your foundation or concealer. It's better than nothing than just bare skin. A primer is going to create a creaseless all day lasting application, and it's going to stay true to color. So I'm going to do here, I'm going to just do a quick swatch of eyeshadow with primer and eyeshadow without primer. There's a huge difference. I'm going to just grab this. I'm going to grab a dark color so you can see. Here is it without primer. You could see how it's super chalky, kind of flaky, but you see it's chalky and you kind of have to build it, and there's still like spaces, not very intense. And here's with a primer. It makes a world of a difference, I promise you guys, and see how it stayed true to color. That's why primer is very important. So if you don't have a primer, I would suggest, first of all, just go buy one. But if you don't have time, don't have the money or whatever, just use your foundation or concealer. It is better than nothing. So now that my primer is on, some people like to put like a translucent powder of a base shadow just so the shadows can go a lot smoother. You can do that, but I'm just going to go straight to it. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a transition shade into your crease. And if you don't know where your crease is, it's where your eye socket naturally sinks in. And I'm going to use MAC's Soft Brown. This is a very, very universal color. Anybody looks great with it, and if you seriously need this in your life, if you don't have a neutral brown and you're looking for a good one, I would suggest hands down Soft Brown. It's exactly what it is, Soft Brown. And for a crease color, you're going to need a fluffy brush. See, like this is nice and big. This is MAC's 224. This is one of the Morphe brushes. It's a little skinnier. I kind of like to use on the outer corner. And this is MAC's 217. Very, very popular color. Very universal. This brush, if you need a good blending brush, this brush does everything. Concealer, blending in the crease, outer corner, blending under the eye. This brush is a must for everybody. So you're gonna need a big fluffy blending brush, and I didn't really know when I first started like watching YouTube videos, I didn't really know why they're putting colors in the crease, because I would just stick a color on my lid and a highlight, but there is no that smooth transition shade. So that's what it's gonna be. You're going you can, like, you know, as I said, put a base shadow down, but I'm just going to use this MAC 224 brush with Soft Brown. And what you're gonna do, this is very basic, you know, there's a lot of other ways and people even use color, but you really want to stick with a matte brown shadow. You do not want shimmer or anything like that, or anything that will draw attention to your crease, because what you're trying to do is create depth. You don't want to create a highlight. And just notice how I'm working my brush. I'm doing swirly motions and I'm wiping it back and forth. A smoky eye is blown out in smoke. It just like looks like smoke. That's where they get the name from. So you're going just to concentrate it mainly on the outer corner. You don't want to bring it too much in right here. Just because, like, you know, with the lighter colors in the inner corner, it really opens up the eyes. So like I said, keep it matte and keep it neutral. And if it takes you 5 minutes to seriously blend out your shadow, do it, because you do not want any harsh lines. You don't want that person that everybody is judging. I'm gonna get this shade, and I got this at iMat, so I never got the original boxing. They just gave me the freaking palette with no name on it. I'm gonna get that on a shader brush, and I'm gonna sweep it all over the lid and kind of dab it and then sweep it. Smooth transitions and well blended shadows is that you're going to want to apply a shadow, blend it, apply a shadow, blend it, apply a shadow, blend it. So after I apply that shadow, I'm going to blend it. See how this does a really nice transitions. A smaller blending brush, I'm going to use one. I'm going to do is I'm going to get this like really pretty, this is my favorite color out of the palette. It's this really pretty rusty red burgundy deep color. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's really gorgeous and it's a matte shade. And when you're working with matte colors, they're a little bit harder to blend out just because some matte shadows can come off a little bit chalky, or they can come out like harder to blend, but that's okay. They do make a very, very gorgeous finish. With darker shades, you kind of want to focus on the outer corner. Remember, this is like the basics of like a Smokey Eye blending 101 type thing. There's, of course, there's tons of different looks you can do different ways, but this is just very basic. So as you can see, I'm kind of swirling it, keeping in the outer corner. I'm not taking it farther than like the front of my iris at all. The brush is not blending well enough. Get your favorite blending brush, which mine just so happens to be Max 224. This is my holy grail blending brush. Smaller one. This brush came in the Catwalk palette, and I'm going to use this little tiny dome side, not this one, but this little tiny dome side, and I'm going to get this matte black. It's not super black, but it's not like super gray kind of. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take it farther than what I took that rusty burgundy shade. Can use a piece of tape. I prefer not to do that just because the line for me on a Smokey Eye is a little too crisp for me, and I'll show you in a second of another reason why I don't like it. But to me, smoke is not perfect, but it's not crazy. It's a very soft effect, but this is just my personal preference. You can totally do whatever you want because it's your eyeball. I'm just gonna blend it out. Now this, everybody really has their own favorite highlight shade for their brow bone and their tear duct. Mine just so happens to be in the Naked Basics. As you guys know, if you guys been watching my channel for a while, you guys know this is my favorite out of all time. I cannot live without it, and I always apply it with a MAC 213 brush. It's just like the perfect shape for a brow highlight. When you're dealing with the Smokey Eye, you do want to drag it on your lower lash line. It does make your eyes look a little bit bigger. It might not seem that way, but it does. And sometimes you can put primer right here, and it'll help it a little bit last longer. But you do not want to drag it to your tear duct area. You want to keep it like relevantly right here. Like I said, you didn't want to drag like the burgundy shade too far. You want to like keep it right here, unless you're going for a specific look, but like I said, this is super basic. Also grabbing that burgundy shade. And you're just going to connect it at the end. Now you get that matte black shade, and you're going to intensify it. I'm pretty much done. I'm just going to put some liner and mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back. This is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and learned something awesome today. You can also add some black eyeliner and smudge it out with shadow so it can set it and also make it, you know, like that more smoky effect. But I decided not to do that, but that's totally an option as well. So I'll see you next video. Bye.